This is Twit.
This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle, the fast and simple way to sell your used gadgets. Find out what your used iPhone, iPad, and other Apple products are worth at gazelle.com. Welcome, friends, foes, familiars, frenemies, fivers, fantabulous followers. This is iFive for the iPhone, episode 131. iFive covers the latest iPhone apps, tips, and tricks, and of course, news. I'm Megan Morrone, and I'm ready to make netcast history in less than 10 minutes. Number one comes via a tip from This Week in Law host Denise Howell. In my short time with you people, I've already spent way too much of it complaining about my losing battle against email. And it's not just here that I complain about it. I was having a Facebook conversation with the ultra-organized Ms. Howell about how I spend most of my days like this. And she suggested that I take a look at an app called Handle. The people behind Handle understand that most of us use our email inbox as our to-do list. But when you really think about it, using your email inbox as a to-do list is a little bit like using your kitchen garbage can as your dinner prep station. Handle is not just an app, it's a productivity system based loosely on David Allen's Getting Things Done system, which I've heard of, but I have always been way too overwhelmed with my to-do list to learn how it works. Handle is a great iOS app, but the magic really starts to happen when you sync it with Dropbox and download the Chrome extension. One caveat, it only works with Gmail right now. Let's take a look. First, add your Gmail accounts, then add your calendars. Next, sync your device with your Dropbox account. Done all that? Now install Handle on your desktop. Go to your mail and start getting a handle on all your stuff. If you swipe left, you have the option to read the email later, archive it, or delete it. Swipe right to turn the email into a more efficient to-do list by creating a to-do, setting a reminder, or adding the email directly to your calendar. Handle will automatically archive your email and attach it to the item on your to-do list or calendar so you can refer to it later, but then it doesn't have to sit there clogging up your inbox. My favorite part about Handle is that you can set individual reminders to only happen when you're at a certain location. For example, I desperately need to clean out the inside of my dishwasher, but I do not want to be reminded of that all day while I'm at work. And I want to be reminded about that when I'm at home. Also, I don't want to be reminded when I'm at home that I need to talk to Victor, who's editing this show, that I'd like him to edit out all of my personal weird reminders I have for myself so they don't get shown in the final show. Handle is free. Number two is an app called It's More Than a Map with 2 P's. It's still February, which means that it's still Black History Month, which means that I still have time to recommend one of my favorite educational apps. It's called More Than a Map, and it allows you to find and learn about African American points of interest near you. And you don't have to stop using the app next week when it's no longer African American History Month, because as the creators of the app say, African American history exists all around us, even in the months outside of February. The information in More Than a Map is crowdsourced and moderated, so download the app, let it access your location, and click the map to find African American history near you. Or you can select a state to view all the points there. You can see photos, videos, and read stories about the historical landmark. If you want to add your own point, connect using Facebook or create an account. More Than a Map was designed in conjunction with the PBS documentary More Than a Month to show that Black history is American history and should be celebrated all year long. The app is free. Number 3 is a tip from Bob in Canada. Bob writes, I just learned this Siri tip and thought it was something everyone should know if they find an iPhone. From the lock screen, ask Siri, who owns this phone? She will answer you,
I believe this iPhone belongs to Megan.
And then you can get in touch with the rightful owner. Thanks for the tip, Bob. And in case you were wondering, this tip works even if the phone is locked. If you're the one who lost your phone, you can use Find My Phone to find it. You should also turn on Lost Mode, which lets you remotely lock your device with a 4-digit passcode and display a custom message with your phone number on your lock screen. This will also not allow the user of your phone to access Apple Pay. This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle. New from Gazelle, now you can buy certified pre-owned iPhones, Samsung Galaxy phones, and iPads directly from Gazelle. If you've lost or broken your phone, a certified pre-owned device is a great way to buy a low-cost replacement device. Gazelle still offers great deals on trade-ins for your old device. Visit Gazelle.com to see what devices are available from Gazelle in certified pre-owned condition. If you trade into Gazelle, you get paid in cash. Payment is fast, within a few days of your item being received. It's risk-free. Gazelle will also wipe your data for free. It's trustworthy. Gazelle has paid nearly $175 million to over 1 million customers. It's easy. Free shipping. Most items qualify for a free box. There's a fast process, no listing hassle. What's your iPhone worth? Take a minute and go to Gazelle.com to find out. Number 4 is an app designed for those of us who need a little relaxation in our lives, but we're stuck in a cubicle or a line at the DMV or in a minivan waiting for soccer practice to be over. The app is called Zen Garden, and it's your own little meditation center right in the palm of your hand. You can rake the sand into soothing patterns, fill the pond with water from the well, or unleash a swarm of butterflies. Fun fact, according to insectlore.com, a group of butterflies is not only called a swarm, but also a rabble, a kaleidoscope, or a flutter of butterflies. There's also a koi pond, a magnolia tree, and other little surprises that I don't want to spoil for you. Zen Garden was designed in order to showcase the power of Apple's Metal API for developers. It was created by Epic Games, the same folks who brought you the first-person shooter game Unreal in 1998, which makes a lot of sense. If you spent any time playing Unreal, you'd need a little koi pond meditation in your life. Zen Garden is free in the App Store. Check out the iPad app, too. Number 5 is an app from a friend of the show, Brett Rounceville. It's called Mission::Pick, and it's an image-sharing, social networking, competitive photo, just get off your butt and do something fun every single day app. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to take a photo every day that meets the day's mission. Post the photo like you'd post a photo on Instagram. You can use the fancy filters or write a description. Then you can vote other people's photos up or down, or comment on their photos. You also earn badges according to certain accomplishments, like your first mission, quick on the trigger, after 100 missions, posting for a full week, etc. Here are my contributions so far. This mission was outside. This mission was pair. Here are some of Patrick's missions. Some bunnies. He just got married. Mission Pick is a little bit like those photo challenges that people do on Instagram, but way cooler. And I like that it's so competitive because anyone who claims that they don't care about how many likes or friends or followers or thumbs up or plus ones they have is just lying. I mean, your life or self-worth doesn't have to depend on it, but it's okay to admit that all of us have a competitive streak. When I told Brett that I was going to recommend Mission Pick on the show, he offered to do a special mission just for all you Fivers. So if you're watching this on the day that it airs, which is Wednesday, February 25th, today's mission, if you choose to accept it, is 5. So go download the app and friend me so I can see your best impressions of 5. And if you download the app, if you're watching this after next Wednesday, then do that mission and friend me and show me your best impressions of whatever that mission was. Mission Pick is free at the App Store. Are you using this app? Are you using other apps that do what I said that one does, but way better? Please email feedback to iFive@twit.tv. We also love your tips. That does it for this episode. Thanks for stopping by. All of the links and apps and other info from the show can be found at twit.tv/iFive. Email questions, general feedback to iFive@twit.tv or leave us a voicemail at 614 on iFive. I'm Megan Morrone. We'll see you next week on iFive for the iPhone.
Bandwidth for iFive for the iPhone is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.